American Dad blows. I'm just joking. Alright, I don't want to explain it. I know all y'all already know what American Dad is. Um, I don't think American Dad is funny. Um, I'll give you all three reasons, and I'll give you a brief rundown. And I didn't write it down. I'm just going off the top of the head. You know, and nobody's really taking the time to talk about American Dad. Either there's not worth talking about it, if everybody must really like it, not to talk bad about it. But me, I really can't love that show like I love Family Guy, The Simpsons, or King of the Hill, or Futurama. There's something wrong with it. Number one, it's somewhat of a rip-off of Family Guy. That's the first thing. I mean, even though it's created by the same guy, I already know it's created by the same guy. I already know that, okay? I'm just saying, I think he's repeating, he's repeating the same formula he applied to Family Guy, except he's using a different type of humorous slant on it. For one thing, Family Guy is the pop culture satire. You can tell it's by all the pop culture references and jokes that they make in their show. Some of them I can get. Except I don't understand the thing with Christy McNichol and the thing with Sybil Shepherd when he slayed the dragon and it was Sybil Shepherd. That was kind of obscure. I laughed. I thought it was funny, but I didn't really understand why he called her a dragon. And but outside of that, Family Guy's the pop culture satire. American Dad is a political satire, whether anybody knows it or not. I mean, it's kind of obvious. The father being a CIA guy. I me's it's obvious political satire with all the issues that they deal with and all the stuff that they do. You'd think it'd offend people, but just like this one person said on his Family Guy Sucks video that they pretend that they push the envelope. They don't really actually go there. It just sounds like they do. And I guess the same can apply to American Dad. I mean, they're not saying anything we probably haven't said to each other, like in person, or talk to some people in confidence about. And therefore, I guess it's not really funny. It's not much of an in joke anymore. Not just on an animated series. Number two is the characters. The characters, I don't find them interesting at all. I mean, the characters on Family Guy are pretty much iconic and they're funny, but the characters on American Dad, I could do without it. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, and they don't even use all the characters in every episode. Family Guy is guaranteed that pretty much the core characters will get some airtime in every episode. That's a given. American Dad, on the other hand, that's up in the air. For one thing, they mostly focus on 4 characters out of the 6 in the family. Either focus on Stan Smith and Francine, or they focus on Roger the alien and the son, Steve. I remember his name. The son, Steve. Klaus, the fish, and Haley, the daughter, they don't really get any airtime at all. And when they do, it's some kind of episode that really focuses on Haley, and they don't really do anything with Klaus. He's never really included in episodes. I'm really not sure why. I guess they can't figure out what to do with his character. There's one episode where he made light of this, where I believe he says he's not included in anything. I guess that's sort of an in-joke to people who watch the series. And number three, what's the third thing that caused me not to like American Dad? I just don't like it. That's number 3. I just don't like it. I just can't find myself to like that show. And how do I notice I've given it a chance because I knew who made it. It's something new and fresh, and I wanted to give it a chance. I sat through several episodes and I just couldn't bring myself to chuckle at any of the jokes. I'm sorry, but I just couldn't bring myself to laugh at it. And you really, like, remember when The Simpsons came on and Futurama happened? Well, Futurama was funny, but it had a cult following because they get bounced around a lot. Okay? And then The Simpsons stayed on and Futurama ended up getting canceled. I see the same thing happen to American Dad. Except I honestly believe that this was created as a safety net, in just in case Family Guy got canceled again. I seriously feel that way, and I'll give the guys the benefit of the doubt. I mean, it's the same guy that created Family Guy, and I assume it's the same writers. And of course, if you got a show like Family Guy, you want to focus all your energy into that. At the same time, you want to give some attention to your new thing too, and it's kind of hard to do two shows at the same time. So I guess they're spreading themselves thin. I guess they try to focus more on Family Guy because that's like the flagship show, and then American Dad is the spinoff. I guess that's always like that with spinoffs. I guess you got the core show, and then you got the spin-off series. It's okay because it's got people you've seen before. It's kind of familiar, but it's not really, you don't really feel comfortable with it yet. I guess it's the same with American Dad. Maybe it's the way I feel about it. Hopefully it will pick up soon, and hopefully it'll start to be funnier than it already is. Well, that's all I got to say about that. Bye bye.